shine a light on what's right and do everything we can to kill what's wrong. And we've got to get past the days of believing Democrat lies. They can't sit there and say we support you, but we want to depress your profits and we want to run your business down because we want to overregulate you and overtax you. I have never voted for a tax increase, and I never will vote for a tax increase. I will. If you genuinely want to help the American people, get out of the way. I've always said the best government you can have is the government you don't see. If you can walk, you can drive down the street and not fall in a 10-foot pothole or see something beside you attacking you, that's great government. But let you come and go as you want, let you worship God as you want, let you do what you want in life, and get the heck out of our way. I'll go on my record. If you look at my conservative groups, they've all got behind me, not because they're old friends or this is the Washington machine. Let me tell you, 49.7% of my money comes from local donations. Pull my record. I'm accused of having big Washington dollars. It's not true, and she tells me to shut up. I'm shut up. God bless you. God bless America. And keep all this.
Questions, not commentary. And we're going to hold the mic.
My name is Jeff Sabatini. I'm a Redlands small businessman. And I just retch every time I hear Obama. Sorry, God. I just retch every time I hear Obama say that he took away the taxes on small business, the capital gains taxes for small business. I, like many of my fellow small businessmen, have lost $100,000 or better every year spent in business ever since he took office. My question is the Congress ever going to put forward something like a one-page online small business loan application that would help us get consolidation loans, startup loans, things to expansion loans, say $150,000 to $200,000, what would be considered a micro loan otherwise, so that we don't have to go through the banks that won't talk to us. I mean, they laugh us out. Is there something that you can do along that line?
I can try to help you. I'd like you to please, Chris, give me some card. I'd like to talk to the person about that so we can help you. The problem we have is trying to simplify the process and make it easier. Now, banks are out there saying today that they're trying to make money as they can. But I keep talking to people who want to borrow money, they won't lend it to them at the same time because of the complexity of the problem. The problem we have is federal regulation in some situations. Let me take an example of your builder today. If you want to go get a loan for construction, they cap it at what's considered capital, bank capital. Now, bank capital is reserves. Let's say a bank has $100 million deposits. They have $85 million in liquidity, and their capital reserve is $6.3 million. Regardless of the person, they cannot lend more than $6.3 million total. And it's considered a hard cap rather than a soft cap, which we're talking about right there. You've got to eliminate the ability, and I talked to Andy about this, he says it's not happening. I said it is happening. I just talked to Chino Commercial Bank, they're in the same situation. Every bank I'm talking about, part of America. And builders out there and small business people are coming in and saying, we want to borrow, we've got qualified projects, we've got absolute assets to cover the loan. But they're saying the federal regulators will not allow me to lend above the hard cap they're calling rather than the soft cap. I talked to Dan, who's the president of Chino Commercial Bank. He's got 7 federal regulators in right now on the and they're talking. If you equated that to Bank of America, Bank of America had 40,000 auditors. They're so heavy-handed on the small banks that we deal with that the small banks are afraid to do anything. You've got to get this out of the system. The Bernanke says it's not happening, it is. I wrote legislation supported by the NAHB and the Association of Realtors to eliminate that requirement and make it a soft and not a hard, so they can lend above that. If they got a cap, they should be able to lend. So there's a bill right now, we'll get you a copy of it, we'll do it with what you asked for.
Next question. Yes, it's over here.
Congressman, thank you very much for coming out. Last month I had an opportunity to go down to the next to the presidential library, and you were there. And thank you
The
for all
family's friends of mine.
thanks for the support. Obviously, Senator Dutton has done a lot of really good things for the region. One of the major hurdles that you're going to have to overcome is the question is, what does an Orange County Republican know about San Bernardino Redlands? I just wanted to have a...
Be happy to answer that. I've represented San Bernardino for 14 years. If you look at Neil Leary's endorsement, Redlands, Gary Ovitt's endorsement, if you look at my endorsement list in front of you, you'll see a tremendous amount of mayors and city councilmen endorsement because I've helped the steering group was there for you. If you just go to the San Bernardino County Housing Authority, of 3,000 housing authorities in the United States, there's only 30 who would work, which means if people want to be involved in public housing, we're going to get them to work. We're going to put requirements on them, get them out of public housing and into self-sufficiency. I wrote the law that, and my pilot program is San Bernardino County Housing Authority. You talk to Frank Williams, the director, he'll tell you, I got it going in San Bernardino County. I met with all the housing authorities nationally last week because they want to do national. My argument is, we come to you as a voter and we say, trust us. But politicians won't trust the people that voted in office. We need to start trusting people that they can do things. They can be held accountable, like we're held accountable, if you just give them a little leeway. So if you talk to Neil Leary, Brad Misselfeld, Gary Ovitt, talk to Mayor Aquanetta Warren, talk to Ray Muster, talk to the other mayors around here, talk to Ray San Bernardino County, he's a Democrat. And ask him if I've ever done anything in San Bernardino County use of process. I've provided a lot of funding, legitimate transportation, and a lot of funding, and I've helped them with projects, and for core process, help for deals, I've helped them with that. You're going to find I'm not.
Pardon me. May I have your extra service of soda? Thank you.
Okay, we've got one more question, that's all we have time for. These gentlemen will all be here after the meeting if you want to sit and talk to them if you didn't get your question answered.
Good evening, Congressman. My name is Russell Roof, and I belong to the Kite Party.
God bless you.
My question, sir, is this. I've been a lifelong Republican, and it's very frustrating for not only me, for the other people to see that the things that should be done in Washington aren't being done, even though we have a new House of Representatives by the Republican House of Representatives. For about a year or a year and a half now, Senator Chuck Grassley from the Senate and Mr. Darrell Issa from the House of Representatives has been investigating this gun runner situation for about a year or so. They've been stonewalling this from the Department of Justice. They send a few papers out there. They are very obstinate and nothing is being done. This is becoming very frustrating. If we are a country of laws and we are having Congress out there who's supposed sworn to uphold these laws, why is it taking you people so long to get these people to finally face some justice? That's what I would like to know. And I've written before to my congressmen, and I've written to the senators, but it doesn't seem to do any good. It seems like it's a good old boy Lindbergh back there, and it's kind of frustrating out here to see things like that are going on. It shouldn't happen.
No, I totally understand how you feel. Darrell Issa's endorsement is a good friend of mine. He has implemented more subpoenas to the administration to get the information, but they're stonewalling. They're using subpoena power, they're doing everything they can do to get the information. Bill Clinton did very much the same thing back in his period of time. What you should be mad at is that we cannot get the Senate to do their job. We have sent more bills and legislation to the Senate that goes nowhere. I'll give you an example. The housing crisis we're in today, problem Freddie and Fannie. 2001, 2003, 2004, 2005, I had a bill get out of the House that said, let's define predatory lending versus subprime. Now, subprime was a reasonable market, but predatory lending just means you don't confirm employment, credit history, ability to repay the loan. I got it in 6 different bills to the Senate. Reed told it every time. We had a major bill go over in 2003, 2005, completely reform Freddie and Fannie. Put a very strong regulator over it, kept their lending abilities, downsized them, basically put underwriting standards they had to comply with, got it to the Senate every time, Harry repealed it. would not pull it up for even a vote. So you have a right, she told me shut up, you have a right to be angry, but, and what you're talking about, I understand totally. But when we get angry at government, let's look and say, who's causing the problem in government? Let's get behind the people who are trying to solve the problem, and let's go after the people who created it. God bless you.
Thank you very much. I find it sad, though, that he took the only two Republicans in Berkeley. We gotta leave a seat there. Also, I took some notes here, talking about the Byrne Act, right? It's gonna give you a little bit of advice. Never trust a man who is that overruled. All I'm gonna say. Next, I'd like to introduce Dirk and Dirk is running for the U.S. Senate candidate in California. We would love to have some actual representation for us in California. So folks, please welcome Dirk and